Hey Vikings Nation, I wish we were coming together under better circumstances today, but this is one of those moments where being a fan goes beyond football. This is about legacy, brotherhood, and remembering greatness. And trust me, what I'm about to share hits deep, because in a matter of hours, the Minnesota Vikings family has been shaken twice. Two legends, two pillars of this franchise, gone. And if you truly love this team, you're going to feel every second of this story. So stay with me until the end, because we're not just talking about stats, we're honoring a legacy that helped shape what it means to be a Viking. The Minnesota Vikings are mourning the loss of Joey Browner, a true icon of the franchise, who passed away at the age of 65. And if that wasn't already heartbreaking enough, this news came just one day after the passing of legendary linebacker Jeff Seaman. This isn't just coincidence. It's a painful chapter in Vikings history. Two members of the team's 50 greatest players list, both gone within the same weekend. That's the kind of loss that shakes a fan base to its core. And for those who watched them play, who lived those moments, this feels personal. Joey Browner wasn't just another player. He was a tone setter, a game changer, a safety who played with intensity, intelligence, and heart every single snap. Drafted in 1983 with the 19th overall pick, Browner made history right away as the first defensive back ever selected by the Vikings in the first round at that time. That alone tells you how special he was. But what he did after arriving in Minnesota, that's what turned him into a legend. From day one, Browner made it clear what kind of player he was. He once said, "I like to be around the football." And let me tell you, he wasn't kidding. Over 138 games with the Vikings, he racked up 37 interceptions, forced 18 fumbles, and recovered 17 more. Those are not just good numbers, that's dominance from the safety position. He wasn't just reacting to plays, he was dictating them. And it didn't take long for him to become a cornerstone of the defense. By his third season, he was already a full-time starter, anchoring a unit that would go on to become one of the most feared in the league. But what really separates Browner from the rest? Consistency at an elite level. 6 consecutive Pro Bowl selections from 1985 to 1990. Think about that. 6 straight years being recognized as one of the best in the entire NFL. That's not luck. That's not timing. That's greatness sustained over time. And during that stretch, he wasn't just making appearances, he was making statements. In 1986 and 1987, Browner led the team in tackles. Let that sink in. A safety leading the entire team in tackles. That tells you everything about his physicality and his presence on the field. In 1987, he recorded 6 interceptions and helped lead the Vikings all the way to the NFC Championship game. That season cemented his reputation as one of the most complete defensive players in football. He wasn't just stopping plays, he was creating them. Browner's impact wasn't limited to individual stats either. He was a key part of a defense that ranked number 1 in the NFL in total yards allowed in both 1988 and 1989. That's back-to-back seasons at the top. That's dominance as a unit, and Browner was right at the center of it. When you talk about elite defenses in Vikings history, his name is always part of that conversation. And here's something that makes his story even more incredible. Football greatness ran in the family. Joey Browner was part of a rare group of brothers who all made it to the NFL. That's almost unheard of. His brothers Ross, Jim, Keith, and others all carved out their own paths in professional football. That kind of environment shapes you. That kind of competition builds something special. And you could see it every time Joey stepped on the field. But beyond the stats and the accolades, what truly defined Browner was his mentality. He once said that intercepting the ball wasn't his main concern. His goal? Make sure nobody else caught it. Anywhere. Anytime. That mindset, that relentless attitude, that's what made him elite. Even years after retiring, his influence never faded. Current players like Harrison Smith have openly spoken about how much Browner meant to them and to the position itself. Smith even said Browner helped define what it means to be a safety. That's respect from one of the greats to another. And when legends recognize legends, you know it's real. Browner's career wasn't just impressive. It was historic. He was named to the NFL's All-Decade Team of the 1980s, a recognition reserved for the absolute best of the best. He also earned multiple All-Pro honors, proving that he wasn't just popular. He was dominant in the eyes of analysts, coaches, and players alike. This wasn't hype. This was earned. After 9 incredible seasons with the Vikings, Browner finished his career with a final year in Tampa Bay. But let's be honest, Minnesota was always his home. His legacy was built in purple and gold. His impact was felt in every corner of the franchise. And his name, forever etched in Vikings history. In 2013, that legacy was officially recognized when he was inducted into the Vikings Ring of Honor. That's one of the highest honors a player can receive from the franchise. And for Browner, it was a moment that reflected everything he gave to the team. He stood alongside legends, and he belonged there. But what makes this loss even heavier is the timing. Losing Jeff Seaman just a day earlier adds another layer of emotion to this moment. 2 leaders, 2 warriors, 2 names that helped define generations of Vikings football. Gone, but never forgotten. Teammates, coaches, and friends have all shared their memories of Browner. And one thing keeps coming up again and again: his heart. Yes, he was incredibly talented. Yes, he was dominant on the field. But off the field, he was a light, positive force. Someone who lifted others up. That's the kind of legacy that goes beyond football. That's the kind of impact that lasts forever. And as fans, this is where we come in. Because remembering players like Joey Browner isn't just about looking back. It's about carrying that legacy forward. It's about honoring what they built, respecting the foundation they laid, and never forgetting what it means to wear that Vikings jersey. So now I want to hear from you, Vikings Nation. Where do you rank Joey Browner among the greatest in franchise history? What are your memories of him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's celebrate his legacy together. And if you felt the story, if you respect what these legends gave to the game, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with every Vikings fan you know. Because legends may leave us, but their impact never fades.